She got that $1 million. She got what? $1 million who? Man, I bet my little nut ain't nobody got no $1 million. We ain't gonna go there. But what we will go is to this. It is the I Bet My Left Nut podcast. I'm your boy, Romero. And since I only got one testicle, I need to get this thing right. Appreciate y'all for those coming back. If it ain't your first podcast, how about checking out the other ones? Today, I'm going to do things a little bit different. We're going to get to some meat and potatoes. A little bit of meat and potatoes. Because I figured if I was going to call this a red pill-ish podcast, I need to talk about both sexes. But I have my reasons why I don't. Because, not because I'm going to lose my woman. Not that. Matter of fact, I bet my left nut. I bet them both. Anyway, nah, I ain't so much worried about that. It's some other stuff that I got going on that I want to do that I don't want to compromise. So that's the reason why I be laying low on that. But today I'm gonna do things a little bit different because I'm what you want to call it, a ultra supreme, I guess, logic thinker. That's the way I kind of look at myself. Like I needed to make sense. It need to make sense. Everything needs to make sense. I look for the why. What's the why? Gotta be a why. I don't know if y'all hear that. That gotta be my daughter up there stomping or jumping. But so dealing with some logic. Well, check this out real quick. Here's a logic for you. Imagine there were no men on earth. All women, one man. One man, all women on earth. Check this out. If this is some logic that I was just thinking about. If it's true that each man or every man produces 120 million sperm a day, if that is true, then that would mean every man or that one man who's alive, genetically, he's capable, and it don't matter his age, it don't matter his size. Where I get that from? There's some song. Anyway, so it don't matter how old the man is, as long as he produces sperm, 120 million a day, he's capable genetically of impregnating every woman on the planet in 30 days. Ain't that some shit? So if it's 3.6 billion women on the planet that is of age to reproduce, one man genetically, it's not humanly possible, but genetically, it's possible that he could impregnate every woman on the earth, which means he could double, one man could double the population in 1 year, in 30 days, of impregnating every woman on the planet. Ain't that some shit? That's crazy, ain't it? Talk about being a creator. Wow. Creator. Yeah, I'm a creator. Everybody who's a parent's a creator. Everybody who is a parent is a creator. We created life. Especially men, because we determine the sex of what the child's going to be. The sperm is the The sperm determines. I don't know what word I was gonna use, but y'all can see me thinking, trying to think of the word I was gonna use. But oh yeah, that's staying in here too. I don't edit. I don't really know how to edit. I probably screw up more than not help it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear my scarves. I mean, I'm just spontaneous, but that's what it is. But anyway, just think about that for a minute. Ain't that a crazy ass logic? But if science permitted, if science were capable of separating sperm, all 120 million per day, in 30 days, that's 3.6 billion sperm. So if it was 3.6 billion, that's some powerful shit. That's the type of logic that I be thinking about. So that leads me to the creator part. I think logically, we're creators because we're creating life. Now, why am I talking about being creators? Well, if you watch the intro, you heard me say something about the baby mama, the baby daddy issue. Uh, I think the biggest issue in the black community, you ain't hearing it from just me, we've heard it from tons and tons of people, especially podcasters. The biggest issue is the broken family, the broken black household. So, to address the broken black household, I mean, then we have to address black relationships. So, that's what, I mean, so many podcasters are here for, but I like to just bounce my logics off the wall, off of y'all's ears, and see what y'all think. Other people. I talk to my friends. We come up with stuff, and I talk to them like this. These are my logics. So, but think about it. So, we're creators. So, if you're Christian, or I don't. That's the only religion I know a little bit about is Christianity. So I don't know all the other religions. But if you're a Christian, which I think the majority probably in America are, uh, in the black community, I could be wrong, but I think the majority in the black community are Christians. So if you, not necessarily Christians, but believe in a Christian-based belief or religion. So if you believe in Christianity, believe in God and Jesus, then you understand that the Most High, the Creator, the ultimate Creator, He made a sacrifice. He made a sacrifice. So if we're going to play the Creator game, which is what sex is the Creator game. Yeah, you playing that Creator game when you get into the bed, the knapsack. Me and my wife, we played the Creator game 4 times. But we played a lot more than that. But I hit the target 4 times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That thing in between our legs, fellas. That pistol. You see what kind of extendos we got, right? 120 million a day of ammo. 100. That's the extendo for your ass right there. But 120, you can shoot forever. Sound like, but you can't. But anyway, playing that creative business. So if you're a young man, a lot of us are already created, our blessings, our creations. But for the young black men that haven't, well, I recommend don't get into that business before you need to or you're ready. And then being ready, and I'm thoroughly trying to support thinking about the family. So in thinking about a family, you should be thinking about a wife, because that's the ultimate family, a husband, wife, and kids. That's the dream. I talked about dream in the podcast before this one, uh, do you have a dream? Or what is your dream? Well, most folks' dream is, I think, ultimately to have a family. That's why I talked about what your 60 look like. Because if you have a family at 60, typically, you're looking at some grandkids, enjoying a lot of their functions, seeing your children. See, at 60, hopefully you saw them married. In your 40, late 40s and 50s. But if not, seeing even some of your kids get married, grandkids growing up, seeing some of them get married in their 60s. That's fulfilling. Those strong relationships. And so, we get into the creator business. I know I jump, but I want to get back and finish this up because I know it's probably getting close to 10 minutes. Yep, it is. So, but yeah, that's the logic. Um, if you can look at life being like, hey, I'm getting into the creator business, and if I'm gonna create, I gotta be willing to make a sacrifice, like the Most High did, like the ultimate creator. So that's the duty. That's our responsibility. That's not just for men, that's for women too. Like if we gonna get into the creator business, then we gotta be willing to make that sacrifice. So what's the sacrifice? We don't have a son to sacrifice. So you got to sacrifice yourself. Not life or death wise, but I mean some of your wants, some of your desires. When I got into acting. I know I bring this up probably too much, but I tried to get into it when I was 21 or 22. My son came along at 23. I had to leave that shit alone. Yeah, you gotta make a sacrifice. Yeah, it's time to work. It's time to make some money, bring some food to the table, because he got to be fed. Sacrifices got to be made, fellas. Ladies, if you're gonna get into the creative business, then you got to think like how a creator is thought or would think, which I wouldn't know how he would think, but we already saw the proof in the pudding if you believe in Christianity, which I won't say that I'm a Christian. I will say I'm not actually, but like I said, I read the Bible and love the virtues and morals, and I try and live by a base along those lines. But I understand the sacrifice, and so if I'm gonna look at it from that standpoint, you want to be from a biblical standpoint, or just a righteous standpoint. You look at it from a creator standpoint, because you are a creator. You're creating life. Life wouldn't exist without you, that particular life, once conception has happened. So what if your logic for you young men that haven't created kids, or for women who have, if you can't already predetermine you're gonna be willing to make the sacrifice, then maybe that'll do what? Stop you from having kids too early. And now the abortion thing, so can't be playing around. You gotta take it serious. You gotta look at it like what it is. It's creative business. So that's my logic. This is Thought5. I try not to go over 10 minutes. And I watch the videos all the time. I know the first 3 videos, the intro and the first 2 thoughts, audio's ass. Fixed it. Hopefully I won't have that issue anymore. But I also noticed that I always skip around some points when I watch the video back, and I'm like, damn, I wish I would have said this. I wish I would have said that. And so that's why I would prefer to have like dialogue, me versus, not necessarily a versus, but me having dialogue with somebody else. So hopefully sooner than later, I'll have some buddies or some guests from somewhere, somehow. Female guests would be nice, but like I said, I'm not really talking to females. so much right now because of a reason that I don't really want to disclose, but it's something that I want to do, get accomplished, a goal that I have, and I don't want to screw that up by pissing you ladies off, because I've noticed that when men have something to say, uh, you know, which everybody knows, you can't make everybody happy all the time. You can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please everybody all the time. Some shit like that. I can't remember. It ain't that important, but hopefully y'all heard that saying before and you know what I'm trying to say. Um, so it's like when you talk, if a guy talk to ladies out here, you know, he can get a little flack, and right now I don't need that heat on my back. So I know I'm not getting views, but that could be provocative enough to get some things circulating, and I don't want things circulating in places where I don't want them to go, because it's people who don't know the real me, and this the only place you're gonna be able to see or find out who the real me is, other than the people who know me, and they all love me, so I'm good in the relationship category, all ships, friendships, relationships, so that's intact, but it's certain people that I may not need hearing me talk to or about women. So I just need to put that out there. I know I'm not going to be able to fight it off forever, but I fight it off till I hear a word from somewhere, somebody. Or I just have to jump out there in that fight. But anyway, I appreciate y'all showing up. This is Thought5. It's your boy Ramiro. And we'll see you next time.